My best. I'm going to do my best to channel this message the best way that I can because I've tried channeling it earlier today and it did not go well. So, yeah, this is a message about heartbreak. This is a message about triumphing. And I have a ton of things here, okay? So, one of the things I've been wanting to do when I do my channel message, and I have not been doing this, y'all, and my apologies in regards to that, because I do write down a lot of my channel messages in this book, and then I have it. The reason I do that is so that I can give you guys scriptures that go along with these channel messages that I'm doing, because when I write these messages down on the paper, whatever page that I choose to put them in this particular notebook, the scripture always goes along with it. And yeah, I was like, we don't discriminate over here. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to read the scripture to you guys. It says, but God demonstrates his own love towards us, and that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Romans 5:8. This is the new King James Version? Okay. Okay. But the reason how I want to break this down to you, because for those of us who resonate more with the spiritual journey and the spiritual aspect of understanding what Christ consciousness is and the connection to the divine or God, we understand that what it's saying here is that the love of God, his own love towards us, is like what you're experiencing right now. And a lot of you guys are experiencing your manifestations coming through. You're experiencing, and I know it doesn't feel like it, because for some of you guys, it may feel like, oh, things are manifesting for me. But for some of you guys, it feels like it's a feeling, because you've been seeing a number 1111 lately. The feelings that you have is a feeling of feeling distraught or maybe even self-destructive to oneself in an emotional way. And it's your feelings and you're entitled to them. Something unexpectedly is ending, and I feel like you have not been able to put your finger on it just yet. And it feels like there's this period of grief. And so, referring back to the scripture that's here and this channel message, I've been picking up on so much energy of death. I've also been picking up on this energy of feeling like you want to unalive yourself. And for those of you who feel like you are distraught, or you feel like distraught, you got people that are here for you. I love you. There are people who love you. There are people who support you. There are people who are here on this journey with you. You are not alone, okay? Now, with that being said, this message is about you feeling lonely. This message is about you feeling unloved. This message feel like there are so many things ending around you. Something is ending, and you can't really put your finger on what is ending right now, but you know things are ending. You can feel it. And I feel like the thing is that your soul is already peeped that something is ending, and the fact that your soul feels it before it has came into your physical world is the reason why something is manifesting. But it's also like this energy of feeling like you're grieving something, or the way that the world is on you. And for those of you guys who follow me on Facebook and Instagram, I post things about somatic healing on those platforms. And so the shoulders is where you feel the weight of the world. But the shoulders are also connected to the throat chakra. It's also connected to the heart space. And so you're feeling disconnected in your heart space. You're feeling anxious. You're feeling worried. You're feeling maybe even lonely or scared, or maybe feeling like people don't get where you are in life right now, or maybe no one else feels this way. That's completely not true. That's not true. I'm going to say that. I could take that a whole bunch of different ways. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, for me to go into further detail and have that one-on-one time with you, please feel free to reach out and do so. Okay? For a lot of you guys, you've been feeling this energy of needing to get away. Like, ding, want to get away, right? Needing that vacation, needing a break. Send the number 333. When you see the number 333, threes are about patterns, seeing things in patterns. So you're learning, and it's the ability to learn, because how do you learn? By patterns, pattern recognition. You see the same thing. It's being taught. It's repetition. So things that have been taught to you, or certain things that you're peeping something. It's like Spirit really wants you to get it this time. Spirit really wants you to learn this lesson, and it's not a harsh lesson. I don't want you to think of it like that, because I don't want people to. I'm not giving you this lesson to invoke fear. I'm not giving this lesson to say that Spirit or God is trying to put fear in you, or oh, it's such a harsh lesson that you're not learning. It's not like that. And this is clearly to just state that the divine is stating, like, I'm just saying you could do better. You deserve better. And you're grieving a part of yourself that I won't even say that it's not that you didn't deserve better. For some of y'all, this is love, and you guys were enthralled. Like, you are beautiful. They're showing me like a beautiful golden image. You know what I'm saying? And you like mingling and kissing with a codfish. Like, if you were a beautiful golden goldfish. Beautiful. I mean, like, really rare, golden, beautiful. And gold is significant here. Okay, that color gold is significant. Okay? Anything that I say is not a coincidence in this reading. Okay? But you were kissing like the ugliest catfish. Okay? Catfish is significant. Okay? Because somebody is still wearing a mask, but you don't. And you didn't when it came to this situation, in any capacity, in situations that you're in where you are loving someone, whether this is romantic, platonic, or just places where you were just shining your light and showing and giving love. You were looking at situations with the ideal, or the idea that if I sprinkle a little fairy dust, I can make this world a better place. Don't stay in spaces too long. That's the message here that the divine has for you. Sprinkle your fairy dust and move on, baby. And I know that you want people to appreciate what it is that you do. Because it's not so much as you need somebody connected to you at the hip. Maybe some of y'all are really lonely. But it's about people being able to appreciate you. And I feel like that's where the disconnection is that you don't feel love, you don't appreciate it, you don't feel appreciated, you don't feel valued in certain spaces or sacred spaces that you created for other people to have safe spaces, and they turned around and made you feel unsafe in spaces that you created for y'all to have a safe space in. How do you contaminate a safe space that somebody created for you? And they fucking did. Anyways, there's a masculine energy who is experiencing hair loss or some type of dysfunction. Okay. Learning to go within so that you don't go without. You know how you say so within, so without, so without, so within? Learning to go within so you don't go without is so important. And I feel like the divine is kind of giving you like tough love. And I almost kind of wanted to cry when I said that. And I was speaking to a Virgo friend of mine today, and she said, I'm going to give you some tough love. And this message is, the divine gave you the tools to decree things, declare things over your life. Go within. The divine is within. God is within. Christ consciousness is within us. Go within. Find that love within. There are people out here who will love you. There are people out here who appreciate you. And you don't even have to do a whole lot, but just be who you are. And in those spaces where the people that you did love, or that you tried to create genuine or generosity, in spaces where you feel like this could just use a little bit of my magic. And the love that you have, because the love that you have, you don't put it on. You don't wear no mask. That's who you are. You like that. You know, good or bad day, bad, good or indifferent. That's who you are. You're love. You're real. You're honest. You can be vulnerable. You can be yourself, and you're not worried about if the next person is taking your in what how you're coming across and your intentions as poo and trash. Now, if they do, that's something that has to go on within them. Don't you carry that burden, because that's not your burden to carry. If someone feels like how you're being towards them is, oh, that's not genuine, that's not real, and you're showing up and you're being your honest to God self, and you know that you're being your honest to God self, and the most I know that you good. It's when you know, when you know that you're not being genuine, you're not being right, you're not being fair, and there's more that you can do, and you just sitting there, blink, 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 not doing shit. The divine will handle you. This message is not for that energy. This is for you, the people who get in the field, who show love, because that's who you are. You naturally do it. You don't put it on. I almost got mad. You should have seen me trying to record this message earlier today. I threw my phone. I was pissed. I don't play about people who are vulnerable. I don't play about people who are transparent. I don't think there's nothing funny about people sharing anything in their past with you, or things that they struggle with, and then you using that against somebody. I don't think it's pathetic for you to love somebody even if they choose not to love you back. None of that. None of that is pathetic. But if you've ever felt any of those feelings, trust me, the divine got you. And there are people out here who will love you. People who out here who will respect you. People out here who will nurture you and who you are. 12-12 on the timer, as I was saying that. Something about becoming a new version of you is here. We have a new moon in Taurus. Taurus being a Venus, being ruled by Venus being the planet of love. You know, Taurus is love, to be loved on. And Venus is now in out of retrograde. So this energy is really here for you to be loved on. If you have any 7th house placements, 4th house placements, 3rd house placements, 4th and 7th for sure. Not so much on the 3rd. I'm not really picking that up. But especially with the, and not even 2nd house. I don't know what it is about you 4th housers and you 7th housers, but I feel like you're going to see the work that you've done. You're going to see how much work that you've actually done on yourself. And the divine is gonna show you a few things. And it's not that we were all sinners, as it says in the Bible, because sin is like a negative emotion. It could be subjected to a multitude of things. Right and wrong, black, white, gray, a multitude of things. You're not being punished if that's what you think. This ain't that. This is this energetic shift is allowing you to separate yourself and be fully committed to experiencing a side of you. And it's almost like a lighter side of life, because some of you guys are so over fucking due, and excuse my language, but you are so overdue for a type of love that will find you. And I have a message for new love in it, and I'm almost getting a little teary-eyed about the new love because I'm getting a little choked up. You guys are overdue. You are. You're overdue for new love. You're overdue to know what it feels. I almost want to cry. I'm so sorry. But I can't imagine what everyone feels. But what I'm feeling in this reading, when I'm talking about new love coming in, and like I said at the beginning of this, some of you guys are dealing with heartbreak or grief. I also have out here that you guys have been crying a lot, or missing a mother, missing a loved one, grieving relationships that you gave your all to, and feeling like you got nothing in return, feeling the energy of people wanting to send you spiritual attacks, and all you are doing is being yourself. All you doing is showing up and being who you are and trying to figure out what the divine, how this soul contract works, how this new version of me works. How do I operate in my new faith? How do I be more, divine, or, you know what I mean? Feeling one with the divine or the universe, and being able to go with the flow and letting go of things that no longer serve me, and being able to be accountable and see that's trauma. Oh, that's a red flag. And then after you've been able to deduce the trauma and the red flags, being able to have a clear mindset to understand that what other people attempt to throw on you or put on you is not your energy. That's not something that you have to take on. And then you have to forgive oneself for dealing with things that you didn't even deserve. And then being able to say, let me be at peace and let go from these bonds and these contracts and these cords and this energy that I held on to because I operated that way, or I thought that was mine at one point, and that doesn't belong to me. That doesn't fit me. That's not my energy. That's not mine. I don't have to sit with that. I don't deserve that shit. Being strong enough to place boundaries between the very thing that wanted you to compromise who the hell you are as you are evolving and becoming. And how dare the next motherfucker who don't have shit figured out yet? Yeah, because everybody's figuring shit out constantly. Okay? Everybody. We all learning shit, figuring shit out. How dare a motherfucker who don't have the comprehension nor the consciousness to be aware of what they are transmuting to you, to tell you to compromise while you are evolving and becoming? That's like looking at Pokemon evolving and being like, oh, hold on, wait a goddamn minute, hold on, while you in the midst of evolving, or why a caterpillar is in the midst of becoming a motherfucking butterfly, telling the caterpillar or the fucking Pokemon to stop evolving, stop changing. You're compromising my ability to keep you at a lower frequency. If that don't make you mad, if that type of pain don't make you want to turn that power into purpose. And I know for a lot of you, it has. It's begun. It did. It is. It will. It's manifesting. Again, you are manifesting something right now, and 1111 is significant as hell. 333 is significant because you learn these lessons. Do you need a break? Can you use a vacation? Hell yeah. Ding. Want to get away? Fucking right. Grief over past life situations and people that didn't treat you right, loved ones who are no longer here, they're on the other side, and all you can do to communicate with them is be able to be in a space of being in touch with your spiritual self, or saying their name, getting a whiff of their perfume, maybe seeing them in a dream. For some of y'all, they've been coming to you in a form of a spirit. And that's new. And that may be scary. But some of y'all, you're like, I ain't never want that gift. And that gift is also increasing. Oh my God, this message is getting a whole lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But you're starting to see shapeshifters in like the spirit, though. The white spirits, the shadow people. Almost seem like holographic glimpses of your ancestors, especially on the maternal side. Some of you guys may have a grandfather or a uncle specifically that may be coming through. I have a shit ton of names. The signs that may resonate with this specifically: Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio, Sag, Aries, Leo, Cancer, Gemini. Any placements? 4th house, 7th house energy here as well. I have a shit ton of names. I-45, Mississippi, Arizona, Alabama. Chicago is back on the scene as well. Chicago loves to be in my radar. I don't know what it is about that fucking city, but you guys love to be on my radar. Like, hi, Chicago. What's up with it? Okay. And I have a shit ton of names. I'll drop them in the comments or something. Got Jessica, got Lee, got Marcus, got Nisha, Kenya, the last name Johnson, the name Emily. I see that name Emily multiple times a day, every fucking day. Like for the past 3 days, it's like 4 or 5 times a day. We got the name David, we got the name Greg, we got the name Justin, we got the name Isaiah. And I just heard Zach, whoever the fuck Zach is. Hi, Zach. Okay. Raiders are significant. Oh, and the channel song for you, those of you guys who may be going through a breakup, is or some type of separation thing, is About My Face by Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj. Up on my face, boy. At the very beginning of the song, she says, it's not chipped, it's not cracked, we're shattered. Okay? Up on my face, up on my face. You go, that grief though, that anger. Whew. Turn that pain into purpose. Turn it into paper. Turn it into success. The best way to achieve success is not only with working hard, but because Virgo is in the South Node, don't be too analytical, but be able to trust. And this is something I want to say too, and I'm going to mention this a lot throughout this year. The feet. The feet is connected to Pisces. Pisces, the feet. Aries, top of the head. But Pisces and the feet, if you've been experiencing any foot pain at all, especially on your right side, it's because you feel like you don't know where you're going or you don't trust it, and it feels like you are trying to lead yourself somewhere and you're not allowing the divine to guide you. You're doing too much. And when all you really want to do is fucking rest. Rest. Because then you will be intuitively able to navigate where you need to go. And for those of you who are parents and maybe you don't have a babysitter or something, my heart goes out to you, because I know that you are having a difficult time being able to navigate parenting, your spiritual journey, and unlearning and becoming. And I know that shit probably is crazy. Especially for those of you who have more than one child. I can't even fathom. I have one. I can't even fathom. You understand? So those of you who say, my heart, you, okay? My heart goes out to you. Okay? Yeah, but Raiders in like black and gray is significant here. I don't know if I want to spell gray, Grey, or Gray. I don't know yet. But, and white. Spirit was like white. Put white down. So anyways, I think gray should be spelled A. No. E. Black and gray. I would spell it A. They'd like, that lady can't spell E. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Does it? Probably. I would spell it. I would put it in my phone. That's what I would do. But anyways, that's the message that I have for you guys. I know this was a really big channel message. I haven't done a big channel message like this in a while, but there's just so much that was going on. Trust the process, because you are coming out on the other side of this, okay? I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Make good choices. Always be intentional. Clear your space. Call back your energy. After watching this reading or any of the readers, before you go to bed at night, always call back your energy. Transmute whatever you need to love. Okay? All right. I was about to say something. I changed my mind. But anyway, anytime I yawn, Spirit like, are you sure? You want to say that? No, I don't want to say that, actually. So, anyways, I'm gone. Again, if you guys want to book with me, visit hipsy.com/withloveKendra, or email me at houseofkendra1@yahoo.com. House of Kendra is spelled HAUSOFKENDRA1 @yahoo.com. I love you to life. I hope you have a great, great, great experience and journey. And if this is the last time that we see each other, be well. Have fun. Enjoy this. And if you ever need to transmute some energy, just get mad and say, I didn't deserve that shit. And never stop speaking up for yourself. Never stop standing up for yourself, okay? Your ancestors didn't go through all the hell that they went through so that they didn't go through all the shit that they went through so that you couldn't be here in a position of power and enjoy this as well. So as you call on your ancestors for protection, power, strength, love, money, whatever, make sure you also tell them, bring some joy and excitement into your life. Okay? Period. All right, y'all. Have a good one.